Hey guys, it's Chris once again. I am at Eugene, Trueform here, a shipper. Once this unit moved over to storage, this is a 30 foot, 27 foot. I think I have the paperwork there. Did you say 31?
From tongue to
31 feet, 13.685, two axle unit. It's ready to go. This will be going somewhere later. We're gonna move it locally here in town. There's still a fee for that, but having to do a number of tiny homes with these guys means that we're gonna serve them locally as well. So the unit is prepped, ready to go. The tires I've already checked. We're gonna check the tire pressure here, but the lug nuts are bolts. Sorry, it's been like 40 hours. Bolts are all tightened. The tire pressure should be 36 or 35 psi's. We're going to check that really quick. The landing gears are up. The front landing gears are up. The windows are in the back open. The door is locked, obviously. And there's no need for oversized signs on this guy. It's in 2 5/16 ball. We don't have any covers for the propane tanks. The front is non-secured, just like you see it here, sitting 13.6 high. We're gonna try to, we may have to lower our ball, but we're not sure right at this moment, or maybe raise that ball, one or the other. We're gonna connect the truck and trailer and then take delivery, or take this, or deliver this unit locally here in the Eugene Springfield area. Okay, we just arrived here at this storage facility. We're going to be parking this unit, and I think our local route is completed for this particular unit. Okay, we're back at the shipper. Once again, we're picking up a different unit here. This is going to go to Dillon Beach. This is a beach tiny home. Again, it's 31 feet, I believe, by 13.6 tall and 8 or 10.5 wide. It's going to require oversized loads. This is a wood trim outside siding, 4 axles, marker lights. We're going to put an oversized sign in the back here. It just recently been painted. They're still working on it. We're going to have some waiting to do in the meantime, but essentially it's 4 o'clock, so we're standing by now to get this completed. We've been on the road delivering other ones, and locally here, and finished that one. This one is going to be going to be delivered for tomorrow. So we're here ready to go. We're just going to wait on them. It is approximately 5 o'clock. This is a 31 footer, 13.6, 10 wide, oversized unit, 4 axles. I double checked on the tires, the lug nuts, the bolts, all those are torqued. We ended up having to adjust the hitch tongue ball. By the way, it's locked up and secure. They've, as you've seen earlier today, they put this plywood in the front to protect it. But all we did is adjust the adapter for the ball itself. We lifted it up so it actually gives more of a balance. Again, the breakaway is connected, the 7-way is connected, the double chains are crossed over, and we've got lights operation. It's good to go. So we're gonna head on our way now. Okay, you guys, so we are at a standstill here. The DOT has closed the freeway, closed the roadway. We had to pull here into a gas station and spend, I guess, the night and afternoon and evening and morning. And anyway, they basically are telling us that they're not going to open the freeway until possibly Monday. It is Friday right now. And then there's a concern up in Weed and further out into Dunningham. So there's multiple places the freeway is closed down. Here we are in Ashland, Oregon. So Oregon side is closed down. California side is closed down. So to get into Sacramento, you literally have to bypass this whole area and maybe get to, I don't know, even if the Highway 101, if you can get around that direction. But that means that we have to reroute our whole route, go all the way back, 3-4 hours, and then go 2 hours towards the coast and come down around, supposedly, unless that one is also under winter hazard or warning. But at this moment, it looks like the plow trucks are not really getting over. They kind of had a mishap. They slid off the road. Apparently the DOT girl there that I went and talked to said that one of their plow trucks went sideways, and they stopped all plowing on this road until further, I guess, instructions. So they got the trucks blocking the intersections, the access to the freeways. Semis are not able to get through. We're not able to get through. Cars, four-wheelers, nobody's able to get through at Ashland. And then they were telling us that further up into California at Weed and through all the way through Dunningham is the same. So they got those locked down, and they got this locked down. The chances are that they're going to have these locked down until possibly Monday, with the possibility of, if the sun breaks through and warms up the area, maybe. But the information we have, it's not very good. It's dire right now that it's telling us that we can't get through. This past week, we've been able to manage and squeeze through just before all the snow came, crashing down. But here we are. The snow finally caught up with us, and well, the nice thing is we're not trapped in between. If we were past this point and we were up northern or southern, further south into maybe Weed area, well, we would have been trapped in between two major storms. Ashland is hitting, we have probably here about 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches on the ground. And apparently there's 12 inches up in Weed, California through Dunningham, California. So there's heavy amounts of snow falling up there, and they're expecting more snow, they said. So the good thing is we're on this other side. We can still turn around and go back and maybe retry this thing out next week. But I'm still waiting to hear and confirm which way what I should be doing right now. But once I get a better confirmation, I'll decide if we're going to spin this boat around and head on back and try it out next week. All right, so I just almost gave up on the delivery of this tiny home and returned it back so I can re-deliver it a different day. But then I found an alternate route, so we backtracked about 3 hours out of our route, and then went back westbound on 199. That's lending us an access to Highway 101. And 199 is less covered with snow, hopefully. We looked up on tripcheck.com. We examined the route. 199, it's the Redwood Forest Valley Road, or the Redwood Freeway, that puts vehicles through the Redwood Forest, essentially through the Southern Oregon and Northern California to the coast. 199 generally is a very nice route to take if you're in a four-wheeler. a semi and tiny homes and oversized loads. It's windy, it's hilly, a lot of trees, and there's likely that there's a lot of obstacles in the way. Trees fall down here all the time. You climb, you descend, you climb, you descend. Quite a bit of that back and forth. But that said, from the looks of the live cameras, 199 is what I'm at right now, is open. There's no heavy amounts of snow on it, and the temperatures in its 30s. So that said, I decided that I'm going to take 199 to 101 South, and that will bypass the pass into California. The mess that they've got there on I-5 is going to delay them for a couple days. This gives me the option to get around all that and still make my delivery a little later than normal, but still it will get done. So here I am on 199 at this moment, trying to make my way to 101. Sometimes as a professional driver, you got to think outside of the box and find a different route than that is given to you. In this case, 199, I've been on this route numerous times. Again, it's another route that will get you to where you need to go, but it takes you 5-6 hours from the normal time, which is a 10-hour normal time. We're going to be putting it to more like 12, 13, maybe 14 hours out of your way because of the delay on I-5. But ultimately, if you can think outside of the box, you always find another route. That's what drivers are supposed to do. Never be robots, but think outside of the box. What would you do if you need to get this delivery on time and the route is closed? Start looking for alternate options. And so that's what I ultimately teach and convince everybody to just think a little bit outside of the box and see if there's another option for you to make do with the transport that you have, to make it better, to make it comfortable for the travel, and also to make the customer happy. Also communicate with the customer, and of course I had to do that and communicate with the shipper, and of course I had to do that as well. But that said, it is a beautiful day here, and I guess coming up to, well, hopefully soon, to Crescent City in California. That's where I'm heading. But we're going through the mountains on 199.
Air One, worship now.
So after hours of trying to get around the snow to get down to Dillon Beach, I made it to 101. Obviously the beaches are everywhere, snow is everywhere. And then the GPS is telling me to go back towards Reading, which is what I went all the way around the circle to come by, so it can tell me go back to Reading. So that's an option, or continue on 101 all the way to Dillon Beach. But it's telling me that there's a blockage down there. There's some snow issues down further in closer to San Francisco. So, you know, I'm gonna give it a try, but I'm gonna give it a try to continue on 101. But I'll investigate a little further to see what it is that the closure is about before I decide to go. I'm at a fork in the road right now. I can get back onto 299 and head on towards Reading and then go back on I-5 South, or I can continue on 101 all the way down. So before I decide which way to go, I'm gonna sit here and eat some food. I found this great restaurant right here. It's a Mexican restaurant, and obviously you got to feed your stomach so you can carry on with the battle of the road. I've been on the road for almost close to 11 hours now since I left, including last night's break. So I definitely need to take my break. I'll show you where the truck is parked. I'm right outside of a nice resort here, an RV resort, and the truck and trailer is parked right outside of that resort. A very comfortable place to eat. So I suggest you take a break when you can. If you're watching this video and you're driving the truck, don't forget to take your breaks. That's what I'm doing here. So, contrary to popular belief, and based on customers that were having lunch at the same location that I was having, it's likely that the 101 mess has already been fixed. Apparently it was reported yesterday that there was some slide outs and some power line issues on 101, and it was reported today, this morning, and likely they were working on it and opened it up. They're talking about maybe 100 cars that were supposedly delayed in that section, and so the chances are that if that is the case, 101 closer to the beach is likely less covered with snow than it is the 299 and the I-5 corridor. And so I'm going to give it a try. We're going to continue going 101 to try to make this delivery to Dillon Beach for tonight. Just had a big meal, lunch, and you know, I'm en route to Dillon Beach now to continue with this delivery for this tiny home that is being routed from Eugene, Oregon. You know, there's also, I noticed on the map, there's also California Highway 1, which if this area is really affected, there's always a back way around California Highway 1. But, you know, I know I-5 like the back of my head, I think, especially from Reading going south. You know, I've been that route a million times, it feels like. California Highway 1 and 101, it's been more than a few hundred times that I've been down these roads, but never with a large amount of snow. So, like the customer that I was talking to, he thinks this is a fluke, once in a lifetime event where they actually got snow in California, in San Francisco, on Highway 1 or Highway 101 near the beach. And so they're talking about people not knowing how to drive and not being able to understand how to get around traffic and you know, slipping and sliding because they have no idea what snow is. And so when snow hits their city, everybody panics. So I'm hoping that that's just what it is. It's just a a fluke thing, and they've already fixed it, and everybody's moving on their way, and the world returned back to normal here either this afternoon or shortly after, so I can get through it. Worst case scenario, I got to chain up. I don't mind doing that, but I'm not going to backtrack once again all the way to I-5 through the middle of the redwood forest, 5 hours, which I've already taken 5 hours to make it over here to 101. So 5 hours back to Redding, just so I can now get on back down south for Dillon Beach, and then come back to this same 101 area, you know, when I get closer to Sacramento. So the best thing to do is just continue en route for 101, see how it's going to turn out. Now, the worst case scenario is they're not going to let people go by because of whatever reason. So, and then there's no alternate route. If that's the case, then I'm just going to hang out until they get it done. Hopefully it's not more than a day. So that's where I'm planning to do. And let's just hope that we find favor. Thanks. Once again, we are reaching a closed entrance to continue on. We're on 101 Gerberville, southbound, exit 639, and they closed 101 as well. Going down towards Sacramento, San Francisco, 101 is closed. They don't let anybody get past. And that means, who knows how long we're going to be here. This sucks. So I-5 is closed. Went all the way around the circle to get over here, and now this is closed. So I'm not sure. I'm going to ask this officer how long until we can figure this out, because somehow I got to get down from here about 300 miles to Dillon. I had to backtrack because they closed that up, came back down, came on 199, came on to 101. All my GPS is telling me to go 299 back to Redding.
Yep.
But I'm hoping I'm only going 200 miles down from here, so
yeah. So it's a hard closure right here. As of right now, we don't know the opening time. We're thinking tomorrow sometime. If you have chains, they're required. You can take 299 or SR36 over to I-5 and then south.
Okay, so you think tomorrow maybe this thing is going to be open? What's the holdup? What do they break down, or what's...
Trees, power lines, vehicles are in the road. Ice, it's starting to cool off and get icy down there. So
okay.
Hopefully it doesn't snow anymore and we don't have any more trees come down and prolong the...
Did you allow already a group of traffic to go through since you closed up?
No.
It was yesterday when this thing kind of was announced or closed down?
Yeah, I think yesterday, late last night or early this morning is when I believe it closed. When I got here first thing this morning, it was closed.
Okay. So the chances are likely that tomorrow, maybe sometime.
I can't promise anything, but
they're working on it. Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
PG&E's down there, Caltrans is down there, County Roads is down there.
So I'm a little oversized here with this unit, and I've had enough of this. I'm gonna hold up here until tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay. Yep. If you want to go, I mean, you're more than welcome to park behind the blue semi if you want. Please stay to the right of this white line.
Gotcha.
That way you're not in this lane of traffic.
Is there a fuel station up here somewhere, or do I have to turn around?
Yep, up here. I believe the chevron is open.
Okay.
I think the shell is out of power. We lost power last night.
Makes
too,
sense. Makes sense.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna run over to get some fuel because I'm running late. I should have took the first exit, but I came to see how it's.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. You have a good one.
Thank you. Well, everyone, we're gonna be staying put for a little while, or at least until tomorrow. We're here in the fine city of what is the city anyway? Forget the name of the city. So anyway, we got to get some fuel. Looking around, it's anyway Redwood Drive and whatever city this is, and I just had it in my mind here, but I forgot what it was. Let me see if maybe this gentleman can tell me what it is. Hey, what city is this? What's the city?
Copperfield.
What is it?
Copperfield.
Yeah.
Copperfield.
Okay. So, all right. So we're here.
Copperfield, yes.
Okay. Anyway, so we're here trying to get some fuel, and then park and wait. I just got to find the right fuel station. So you guys, after what 3 days now, trying to deliver this load, going off 199. Well, first of all, taking I-5 south to Ashland, having Ashland being closed down and Weed being closed down. The freeways literally shut down going to California. So derailing or rerouting back to 199 through Grants Pass over to the beach, and then coming down from Wairika and Crescent City down on 101, making my way over to Benbow on 101 and Garberville. We found out that from Garberville on, there's trees down everywhere. So that means that there's no passage on 101 going south. I'm literally about 200 miles from my destination, and the freeway's closed down still. Nobody's getting through. All truckers, 101, I-5, no matter what you're looking at, you're not going south now. It's 3 days now on this journey to deliver this tiny home. Anyway, I've had enough. I'm gonna come in and found a resort or hotel here, managed to squeeze in. The police officers, state patrol are saying it's gonna be at least another 2 days before 101 gets opened up. The other option was to go back north again and go on 299 and cut through the entire Redwood Forest back to I-5 towards Redding, except 299, we found out it's also closed down to tree lines. So 299, I-5, I-101, all of them are closed. So the only option is to stay put. So in the meantime, I'm gonna come in and possibly check into this hotel here and stay put for the next day and a half, and check in to see. There's no point going all the way back up north. The only option is to go back 199 all the way through Oregon to Grants Pass back, which makes another 10-hour trip back north, just basically where I started from. So I'm delaying right now everything because we got lots of other things to deal with. So I got to put everything on the back burner because of snow. So we'll be calling the shipper and the contacts to let them know due to snow we are delayed now. Well, after all that, you guys, we are still here. We had breakfast at the hotel here that is running on a generator. There's no power. The road is still closed. I am parking my vehicle right here and officially trying to check into the hotel if they have availability. But I made sure that we take extra precautions that we don't park underneath any tree lines. As you see, these trees are falling down. The branches everywhere in these communities are falling down. So you don't want to park anything this expensive underneath any trees that might fall down. Except I don't know about that tree. That looks a little crooked, but apparently the gentleman here, he said it's going to hold out just fine. the weather has changed or slowed down. There's not a lot of snow anymore. It's just clearing and cleaning. That's what they're doing right now. So the PG&E, whatever they're called, the crews are working the roads, and police is still taking or blocking traffic. So they're not letting people go anywhere further from this point. And we are blocked in, by the way, from the diagram you've seen there. We're stuck between two places. We can't go north, we can't go south. So we're on 101 at this city called Benbow. We're gonna be staying at Benbow Inn. A little overpriced as far as I'm concerned, but we have no other option. So that said, had my breakfast, truck is parked safely. We're gonna wait until the road opens up and then continue south, because north is blocked, south is blocked. We might be able to go back north, but who knows when that's going to be opened up now. So that's what happens when you get on the road sometimes, and you get these blizzard storms that come out of nowhere. The nice thing about it is that's the freeway right over there behind me. So if you start seeing traffic moving by, that means the road is opened up and we can head on out. We're also keeping track with the California Highway Patrol and watching the Caltrans web cameras. We have a communication with their dispatch, and right now no traffic is going by that is leaving this area. There's no traffic coming, there's no traffic going, other than the utility trucks, the PG&E and the police vehicles. Otherwise, we're standing put here. Nobody's able to go anywhere. Here we are, everybody waiting for just about, maybe a quarter of a mile of space that needs to be cleared up. So the Highway Patrol is not doing anything about releasing traffic. They're actually blocked. Look at this. Kind of looks like Troutdale, Oregon, but up in the mountains. And so that's what it looks like here. Past that little point over there is a stoppage point. Okay, I think we finally made it, or at least they opened up the freeway on 101. I was here 3 or 4 times before, and all this traffic was all backed up. Now it's clear. Looks like they are letting go one lane only. That means that we can get through. We're past this point. This is where everything was stopped before. It looks like they're coming up to a stop again, but the traffic that was here was released. So now we're ready to roll, and hopefully we can get going here. We've been here for 3 days almost on 101. The road has been closed, now it's been released. We're basically waiting on confirmation to go. And it looks like the truck up ahead is leaving. The gate has been removed. We are ready to go. We are good to go. No stopping us now. Okay. Yeah. The State Patrol has moved out of the way, and yeah, we're good. Got just a flagger here that's identifying the conditions. Oh my goodness, 3 days into making, we're finally releasing
Yes, you are.
the crowd. So, we're happy that we can get past this point. I've probably been here 6 different times, and now the State Patrol's gone and you're here.
And you're you can go on your way. Just know that they're going to stop you again in just a couple miles where they're actually doing the work. So just take it easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we able to go all the way down to Sacramento on 101 or to San Francisco?
I believe so.
I just got to make it a Dillon Beach only.
Okay. Yeah, once you get into Sonoma County, that's out of my area, so I don't pay attention to what's going on down there, but you should be able to get past Ukiah at least.
Thank you, sir. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
And that is it, my folks, my friends. It's freedom. That's the only thing I can express. Being stuck up in this area and blocked up, now we can head on out and go. It just feels a little bit of relief knowing that we can get through and they've cleared the passage. So hopefully our next stop is Dillon Beach. Well, just after taking off, we get stopped just like the individual at the beginning said. And so we're now on the side of the mountain here on 101, stopped once again, but at least we're en route. Traffic on one lane is stopped, and hopefully they'll release us here shortly, but at least we're heading that direction. We're moving forward. Here's what's happening. They're letting one side of traffic coming through just now, and once those guys make their way through, because it's only one lane open, then they'll let us go through. So it's a constant back and forth. Looks like piloting of cars. One lane on that side is being released. Our lane gets stopped, and then we go back at it and back and forth. So as we're letting the other traffic come through, we're waiting, we're standing still. Then we're gonna go through and they're gonna stand still. And so that's how it's gonna go. Okay, so we came across an accident. Looks like one of our colleagues that was going up ahead, he ran off the road here. So he was going a little fast after all when he passed me by, but he is definitely off the road into an accident. Now we're gonna have to stop a little bit and deal with this. All right, you guys, we made it to Dillon Beach with that unit there. 3 days into making. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we are here Saturday, by the way. And this guy went all the way around the world and back to make it over here. Normally 560 miles, about 600 miles to make this delivery with these units. It took, let's see, it took, I'm not really certain, but it took I-5 to Eugene, Eugene to Ashland, Ashland backtracked to La Grande, La Grande to the beach, to 101 through 199, south from 101 to Garberville. Garberville stuck there for 2 days almost, then continued on 101 all the way to, California Highway 1, Dillon Beach here. So we put in normally 560, we backtracked. I would say we're probably, I'm not sure, but I'll look it up. And before I post this video, I'll post the exact mileage. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's literally 3 days, 24, 24, and almost 24. So, 3 days to make this happen. Anyway, we made it happen. All the trees and all the mess and snow packed everywhere. We got through it safely. No mess with it, no issues, no concerns. We kept our distance from any obstacles. It's a little dusty because of the debris on the road, but we brought it here safely and it's good to go. We're gonna get the signature here from the manager on duty and obviously have him look it over, make sure they're satisfied with everything before they sign. And then we should be ready to return back to make the other deliveries as well as plan out for next Tuesday. It's Saturday, you guys, already. We're gonna be backing this guy in for the first time in one of those tiny spots. Actually, it's against the fence over there. So once we make that happen, then our delivery is complete. But right now we're waiting on the manager to inspect it. And after that, we should be unhooking and ready to go back to where we came from.
Yeah, keep coming. Keep coming. Keep going. Yeah, keep going. You're great. You got another. Yeah, just rip it down. There you go.
All right.
You didn't need us here.
Thanks for recording, by the way.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
Okay, I'm gonna get it just out of the way.
Yeah, just to the end of the pavement, it'd be great. Perfect. Stop. Perfect job.
Once again, I'm here at Dillon Beach Resort Restaurant. They comped me the salad, and they actually comped me the soda. And I guess there's something else good here because I made the delivery right over there. And because of that effort, I had to relocate the unit. These guys were such good hostess, and they took care of me. So I'm hungry. I was about to pay for it, but they decided to give it to me complimentary. It's at the end of the night, and they took care of me. Before I take off, I'm going to eat this and then go. If nothing else, this view right here, can't beat this view back there. The sun going down in Dillon Beach. It took 3 days to make it here, but here we are. Just watched the sunset. Had a great meal, and other than resting for the next 8-10 hours, there's not much more to do.